Now, it doesn't matter if anyone's out there or not. Those that need to get the message, they get to hear this message. Thank you very much. I've got a message myself for a few channels. There's a young man with a channel, he's 40 years old, dad mode and dark mode, and he's getting a hard time from some of his viewers, and because he's taking things personally. And we are going to get, as fathers, we're going to be the ones that are told that we're playing the victim, we're spreading lies, we're the ones to be feared. Because there is no backing for fathers on men. And we've got such a huge cult of effeminate men, whether they've been in the armed forces and they've ended up enjoying the company of other men, whether they've been in some kind of priesthood or Protestant church, Church of England, one of these demon-possessed places. There's a lot of effeminate men out there. They're controlled by feminist women, abusive women. So there is two channels. Men need to be heard. This man's pretty solid in his opinions. He's solid in his know-how. He's solid in who he is himself and his own makeup. And he's looking for his channel to grow. Fair play to him. Now when it's dad mode and dark mode, again, a smaller channel, but again a father that's looking to grow what he has and to gain the basic respect that dads deserve as parents too. I mean, I'm just walking here and seeing a dad myself, and I love seeing fathers just having time with their kids, you know. And there's so many fathers that are separated from their children by the beasts that they call partners or ex-partners. And dad mode and dark mode is being attacked just now, because if you attack a father without his children, you know the suicide rate of fathers and men are off the scale. It's an 800% increase on fathers than it is on mothers, and that's because all of the services are promoted and headed towards mothers that are willingly abusive towards children. That's why they support things like the church, all these charities that are backed up by all of the outlining religious communities which are looking to feed the poor in their community. And there wouldn't be poor in the community. There wouldn't be poor in the community if we didn't flood it with the illegal immigrants. Now, the reason I'm bringing up men need to be heard, women that cannot drive, driving in cars, they've got no idea. Oh my goodness me, what am I witnessing round about child schools, primary schools? Now what I'm noticing is I'm very glad fathers are out in force here, because round about here right now, old women are the ones being attacked. Young girls are the ones being attacked, not men my age. We won't accept that, not fathers my age. We get bullied off little effeminate fools online. And that's what I'm talking about with men need to be heard. They don't take any of these little effeminate boys which want to cause arguments. They want men and fathers to be able to stand up and do the right thing. Don't join these Freemasonic Catholic cults. Don't join any of these fraternities that make you swear an oath to the disgusting predatorial lowlives. I can see that some people are dropping some messages. I'm sorry I cannot read this. Good morning. But there's another channel, Anti-Narc, a very similar one to myself, in the very low digits, and none of us two, Anti-Narc and Unified Pain, my own channel, we don't go on about wanting to grow a channel. But it's great that some fathers are doing this and they've got the makeup to do it. Today's my daughter's birthday, and the head screwing that goes on when little effeminate Freemasonic Catholic boys are sent out to make you feel bad in your own channel when you're voicing your own opinion based on what's going on in these very days. Men need to be heard. That man does not care about these effeminate men. Are dad mode and dark mode. This man needs more support. And I've just sort of gone onto his channel, come across his channel, seen his work, and men need to be heard, and dad mode and dark mode are fantastic at producing their online content. Whereas myself and Anti-Narc, we just go ahead and say what's on our mind and speak which we consider the truth. And if you want to come online and let us know what we're saying is absolute nonsense, then do that. Because the whole aim of this is I want to see my kids. I want to see my son and daughter. And I know you would prefer that more fathers and more men commit suicide, because we're the only ones that protect our environment, the ladies, the mothers, the children. And as you flood illegal immigrants into your country, you destroy your ability to look after the women and children that need us in our country. And that's why it's a flood with illegal immigrants, and that's why they're getting the 5-star treatment. Now, we have police coming on this. I mean, imagine being employed as someone that's supposed to be police, and you're sitting online and you're trying to make a father feel terrible. Even though his children have been taken from him, he's had 1,000 false allegations. Now, this is something to blacken my name, to character assassinate me. I'm sure you can assassinate someone else's character. How you doing? I could not care less. I've been called all kinds of things by women willing to make up false allegations. I'll talk loud and proud about these idiotic women, which are financed to the back teeth to come and break down fathers and make themselves suicide themselves. That's what the effeminate men are doing. Police are doing that. Police are employed in the UK to do that. So they're unlawful. Acting unlawfully. There's no point in saying it's unconscionable conduct when they're going all out to assist men in making the decisions in their own mind that they are worthless. Believe me, you're not worthless. Dad mode and dark mode. Man, you've got such a great way of speaking. I do hope you get to hear this. You're going to be attacked. And to be attacked off these little effeminate, I mean, these are boys who love boys who love boys. I mean, how many times does this need to be cleared up with you? I mean, the Catholic cult, you know damn well what's going on in those church buildings. And that's all they are. Real estate. They're not churches. It's nothing to do with, well, maybe something to do with who they think God is, small g. Very small g, running this place and doing an outstanding job of bringing it onto its knees, because the women that right at this moment are belittling us in society with the Freemasonic scumbag, with the Jesuit Catholic lowlife, you know, the sororities, fraternities, the Eastern Star. The Eastern Star run this place, but those are the girls, and I mean that, those are the ones that need protecting this week, this month, this year. And as time moves forward, if time moves forward from the end of this year, if time moves forward and we have to move into a space where we're going into 2026 and illegal migration is at a similar stage to what it's been today, these women and children will not be safe. They are not safe at the moment. These illegal immigrants, these criminals are walking into women's bathrooms, women's toilets, they're walking into women's spaces, young children's spaces, while the police, the forces, the charities in the West are going after the white fathers. You want to kill us because the takeover's on its way. I've heard some horrible stories from reliable sources, but what is reliable these days? About Pakistani gangs being armed to the teeth. Couldn't care less. I'll hand out my address over this if you're tough enough. There's nothing tough about me. I couldn't fight sleep, my friend. But I've had every allegation in the world put against me. Character assassination. Fools. Employed police fools. DAIU fools. Child abusing fools. That's what you are. You help no human being. You help the beasts. You've helped the beasts from day one. As soon as my ex-partner gave those false allegations, provided by Women's Aid, it ruined my life, ruined my daughter's life, and it's ruined my son's life. For what? Some little thing that calls herself a mother. She's a mother of my children, and I try and need to keep my mouth in some way polite about this degenerate, child abusing, low-life bed hopper, as if she's got some kind of decency. It's in no way me trying to stop her going with her next partner or next partner. But while she has a longer term partner, she has many other partners. It is sick what she's doing. She'll use everything you've got. And if she doesn't get to do that, she'll make something up so she can use whatever you don't have. She's a liar and a thief. And today's my daughter's birthday, and she's been brainwashed off these beasts and her mother. The mother gets called Babcha. Yeah, somebody's put a big story there. I hope it comes from a point of compassion and not from your reflections upon my voicing of my story and my opinion. Do not shoot the messenger. This is court documented evidence. Alright, John, mate?
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Good, my man. That's where they are just now, fathers. You're seeing fathers, they're zombies. It's quite easy to walk to any one of the health centres and become a zombie. They'll sponsor that. In fact, we'll do that right now. We'll do that right now. I'll get to read your comments in a minute. I'll get to read some of these things in a minute. If any, it's just the same as yesterday. Listen, I know I'm not as good as you great people out there. I know there's some people that are actually there and do support me, that do support speaking out about the abusive nature of our towns and cities and the takeover of them. They're wonderful places. I wish that people knew they were wonderful, because they can be judgmental, abusive, and when they're funded, downright predatory. Children don't have a chance, man. We don't give children a chance. We don't give women like decent women. We make decent women predators. We make good mothers hateful. We make grannies and grandmas and aunties untrustworthy. The women that keep away from the Eastern Star, the women that keep away from these little nattering old milkmaids. That's what your church is for, your church buildings here. Spreading gossip, causing trouble, and making fathers feel useless, unwanted and hopeless. Well, useless. I'm talking absolutely useless women walking about just preparing for their breakfast and lunch. They do not. I am so shocked at how brain dead all of this is. It's this building here, this here. It's managed by one little Eastern Star lady. And there's so many doctors in here. I'll have a read. The good thing is they are proud to serve the community. It says so on the door, so it must be true. Let's see. It's not just women that make false allegations. Men do also. 6 years I've not heard nor seen my kids. Now again, I'm not looking to make the cannon fodder, and that's what you are. As a mother and a woman that's been treated in this way, you're cannon fodder. I understand it works both ways. I deeply apologise to any mother that's suffering in this way. Where I come from is a point of, I know that there is not one charity, not one place where men have been funded. Men have never had a charity funded. I'm sorry, but women in this town, if they're willing to be violent and dishonest, that happens. I know a woman in Poland, and her ex-partner is higher up within the Catholic Church. His mother is higher up within the Catholic Church, and so she doesn't get to see his kids, and she gets called incapable mentally, and she had a brain tumour. I understand women are treated like dogs. I understand good mothers are treated the worst. So you feel in the very same ways that 90% of fathers completely suicidal. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think it's Sherry. I'm so sorry. I'm in the north. Be careful. Eyes and ears everywhere. Could not care about eyes and ears. How you doing? Anybody in this town, if they don't know me, will know me. I don't care about eyes and ears. If this is a Eastern Star feminist lowlife warning me, I'm standing here waiting for you. I'm in the epicentre of the Freemasonic temple. I'm in the Eastern Star convenience place. This is where you convene. This is where you're paid. Come and see me, I don't care. I'll give you my address. Oh, I need to know my children are safe. I have no fear about my own life. Now you can go to Dad's Mode and explain, listen to a great explanation of how dads feel, how fathers feel. We're not in fear of our own life. I couldn't care less about this shell. Matthew and Ava, my son and daughter, are being abused by women. And I understand there's a small percentage of women being abused. Now, in no way is that a right thing to do. But have you not noticed in 100% of the cases children are being abused? And that's what fathers are pointing out to you. Children are being abused. But the sad thing is, when we look statistically at the fathers and mothers are assisted, they've got charities to turn to, and there's an 8 times higher, 800%, doesn't matter how you want to say it, 800% more men are killing themselves in the role of fathers once they lose their children. Why? Because women have charities funded to turn to, and at the same time, these towns that are ran and funded by Freemasonry and Eastern Star, they're being flooded by Eastern Star. Idiotic women without brains, are given management and supervisory roles within this. They're only interested in their next pastry, how good their cup of tea is. This is what happens. This is how we break this place down. And then we have the illegal immigrants coming straight in and staying in 5-star hotels, and you try and say that someone like me is bigoted because I mention these things, or if I mention what's happened to my children, I'm in some way wrong. Charities don't help. They are too scared to help. They're not too scared to help. I'll tell you, women's charity here, and I speak directly to any of these lowlifes. I am predatorial. Charities are run by Eastern Star. It's little women, and they've been so violated, they would hurt anyone. If there's anything that they can achieve, there's nothing that will stand in their way. They're called Women's Aid. They wrote a story for my ex-partner that, don't shoot the messenger. This is court documented in Gorzów-Wielkopolski Family Court and a higher appellate court in front of 3 higher judges. The charity helps women abuse children and suicide the father. The charity will make false allegations on behalf of the depraved, abusive women. They will fund this depraved, abusive women. And the father, in a vast majority of the time, will take his own life. Now this is understood by the services, by the Freemasons. This is why you'll have the little mix-up. You have the little mix-up. The little Masons will come in and spin this around. The Jesuits, all controlled by Catholics. If you're a little Protestant, then there's no difference between you and a Catholic or any other one of these fake denominations that want to rape kids. And all the other fake religions that are all going to be coming together so you can all try and stand up, break down cities, towns and rape kids. You're not going to get away with this. You don't ever. Yep, it works two ways. It does work two ways, my friend. And if you're an honest mother that is in this position, treated the same way as the 90% of fathers and 100% of children, it's not about us giving any care about the shell. I give consideration to my mind just to try and get past the next few moments. It's my daughter's birthday today. Now 12 years ago I drove my ex-partner and her mother on the day my daughter was born up to the hospital at 8:30 at night in Edinburgh. Went to a beautiful hospital and her mother done nothing but try and get in the way of the babcha. She's a beast. And the thing is, when a mother's got a beast and she's been controlled by that beast for over 6 years, the mother's claws are so deep to the beast that she becomes the beast. Now my daughter's 12 years old and she's been taken away from me for over 2.5 years. We've not got to hold, love and see one another. My daughter loves me. My son loves me. They love me more than anything. I'm kept here in an impoverished way. Women have got places to turn to. I can't go into any of these buildings because I'm barfing. Because see, the way I'm speaking to you right now is the way I speak to anyone. And little effeminate women, especially the Eastern Stars, they feel offended. So it's not about children being safe, it's about effeminate Eastern Star women that have got jobs not feeling offended. That's why our towns and cities are breaking down. They're useless. They're breaking their towns and cities because they're supposed to be breaking down their towns and cities. They couldn't care less about fathers or children. Oh, goodness me. Does that make, is what I'm saying making sense to you? I mean, there are 4 people watching here. It says top fans. I don't care if I have top fans or if I've only got people that despise me. I know I get people on here every day. The police try to make me feel so suicidal that it's today is the day to go. Yeah, the police disappear as soon as you mention them. They're scumbags. They're paid to make you feel terrible so you don't feel worthwhile. So other people round about you can try and justify that man doesn't deserve to ever know his children. It is everywhere, yes, it is everywhere. I do see some of these things come up. I've stepped into the shade because I live in the light. You can only live in the light. If you live in the light, then you understand what's going on, my friend. I don't really trust anyone on here right now. I really don't. I mean, there's 3 people on, there's 2 thumbs up. I never get thumbs up. I never get I don't ask for any of these things. I'm never going to finance this channel. I'm never going to do anything with this. I've had 5 channels already go down because I speak the truth about women who abuse children, about the influx of illegal immigrants. That aren't immigrants, they're criminals. And the fact that we treat them as if they're the 5-star pop stars that we want to have in our city and towns, and we want our children to be round about these scumbags that we're keeping in 5-star hotels, it's madness. And fathers like myself are put under people's shoes and told to bite onto curbs while they kick at my head. I fight back. Even when I don't want to, I fight back. Because I've got my children to go and see, because they've been abused in Poland by Catholics that have failed. No, do you know what I do? I trust Poland more than I trust Scotland. I trust the Polish more than Scotland. I trust the Catholic cult is not going to get their claws into my children right now, because for some reason I still got an ounce of trust for her father Marek. I do have an ounce of trust for her father Marek. And I have seen her dad stand up and grab my own son and frighten him and swear at me while holding my son. I've got this on camera. This has been caught on camera. Now I know he's made mistakes because he was told by my ex-partner that I stole money off her and I stole money off my children. I was the only one that had money. I was the only one that paid for things. But he'll believe that because his daughter's saying that. You know? I had a mortgage paid home. And within 6 weeks of being in court with a child abduction case when my children were taken away, and a Scottish charity made the story that I was a rapist. No one cared about the rights for me or me being innocent until I was proven guilty. Because I'm a white father, I'm disposable to the local zeitgeist, the belief within our current regimes. And it is regimes because we're killing fathers, because it's predators that rape children. That's why you had man Cappy, your Isaac Cappy. That's why he was taken out by these elites. Because they told you exactly what I tell you. It's just they know they can silence me quite easy. They can keep me away, and I don't get followers on YouTube. You know, there's 100 odd people and 800 odd uploads. Now mainly you've got people with 100 uploads and 500,000 followers. You don't, no father, unless he's in a effeminate Freemason, which is talking the feminist story, he's not going to get anywhere. He's not going to get anything. The same as us as fathers get nothing. And that 10% of mothers, which the place you're at just now, that 10% of mothers, you're treated worse than fathers. And I feel so sorry for the mothers of parental alienation, because we've made up this term, the marketing companies have made up this term, parental alienation, to make it people think that it's not child abuse, and it's just child abuse. It's child abuse writ large. It's child abuse. I mean, it's predatorial child abuse where you get rid of it's one of the worst types. Hello, mate. How you doing, mate? When someone says hello, mate, it's usually a mate. But you can never tell these days. Sitting about here. Do you want to come in? Do you want to come in with me? Because today, although it is my daughter's birthday, couples fighting in the street. Are things outside there, pal? You need to open the door? Anyway, I think I pause you. Can we pause you? I couldn't care less. Goodbye. I'll speak to you later. I do love you.